かくいいところで邪魔が入ったわね。聞いたことがない？死ぬのって最高のエクスタシーだって。
Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I don't have the pleasure of reviewing Euphoria. The worst anime I have ever seen in my entire life. I am confident that I'm not going to see anything worse than this, at least for a little while, because, you know, anime can be horrendous, but when you have anime and you have a hentai that just fucks with your mind in such a ways, you know, it's just there's no point in me rambling any further. I will talk a little bit of Euphoria. I don't know how long this is going to be because I have quite a few things to say, frustration, so much to say. I will give a volume warning from now. This will get pretty loud, and just, you know, let's get this shit going. So, what about the characters in Euphoria? They are seriously flat. I like nobody in this show, mainly because they are all just generic hentai cum dumpsters. This is a huge problem because the anime tries to develop some of them, but it only develops whoever it finds fit. And it only develops the characters that end up being relevant to the plot later on. It proceeds to kill everyone else who seems to be useless. So, with that out of the way, I'll give more details in a bit. The animation is seriously fucking, it's average. At first I was expecting it to be, it was really bad on episode 1, but for some reason it got much better later on. I have no clue why, but it just did happen, you know. The animation and art generally are okay. They are, I would say they're kind of loyal to the game Euphoria, which is fucking horrendous as well. Anyways, the animation and yeah, I already mentioned that. I'm sorry, I'm pretty lightheaded reviewing this. Anyways, this is the last time I will talk about Euphoria. Anyways, the soundtracks are generally speaking alright. The anime takes itself too fucking seriously for what it is. This isn't some kind of shonen or some bullshit, and the soundtracks in it just lead me to believe that it behaves a lot like a fucking shonen, but this is just me and my opinion anyways. Now to get to the facts. The direction is dog shit. The camera shots are fucking below average. Sometimes they can be absolutely shit, and yeah. The direction is also garbage, mainly because the show doesn't make any sense later on, but I will get to that in a second. The exposition and the flashbacks are nonsensical. None of them really have any context. There is no explanation as to why any of the relationships between Keisuke and the rest of the cast, which I won't bother to give names because, except for the relevant characters, because they don't fucking matter. They are useless anyways, they die. So there's that. In the end, is there any sense to Euphoria? Really? Fuck no. I really just should question why you would even watch Euphoria to begin with. There are many other good hentais out there, and you should know that. But with that out of the way, I made sure to explain, you know, everything. So to fully explain why Euphoria is dog shit, I have to get to how fucking ridiculous this plot really is. So let's get started. I will be offering a skip button for the people that wish to skip the the people that wish to skip the some part of the review. Just here's your button, okay? You can skip that to the important part of the review, which is my opinion. So let's get started. 6 players get trapped in a big room. They have to fuck each other to unlock most rooms in hopes to get out of the facility. They find a way to escape in the process. Then they try to escape but end up getting ambushed. Keep in mind that I'm skipping most of the fuckery, quite literally, that happens in between because it's fucking useless. and the actual development between Keisuke and some of the females is also fucking useless. So, continuing. Yeah. Oh, the 6 not the 6, yeah. They get ambushed. It gets to a point where it is revealed that Nemu is the person responsible for the entrapment of the players of the game in context. But then it's Kanae? The anime just cuts. As things continue to progress, Keisuke and Nemu get tortured physically, but it goes beyond just that. It becomes a mental torture as well, and it becomes it gets pretty wild. Kanae has to Keisuke has to make a choice. Who does he kill? But well, Kanae kills the rest of the classmates, and then Keisuke kills Nemu. Why? I have no fucking clue. But as it turns out, 3 years later, Nemu is responsible for everything. Kanae is a slave, and this scum dumpster, whose name I forgot, but she's important to the plot, is... You know what? Never mind, moving on. Fast forward all the dragging and fucking in episode 6, we're told that Keisuke is supposed to fuck this woman so that she can give birth to a boy, but there's also the fact that if it's a girl, it's no good and Kanae is a
fucking degenerate.
But there's also the fact that if it's a boy, he becomes the savior of the universe, and Kanae along with Keisuke can enter paradise. However, every single woman in the cult wants to fuck Keisuke so that they can also become mothers of the savior, and there is wait a minute. What the fuck is this? I thought you were trying to make at least a bit of sense. I was expecting the story to pick itself back up from this point and explain why the game exists, who from the government was responsible for it, yada yada yada, and end the story in a sensical way. And yet, you have the audacity to switch to a goddamn parallel universe! I want to give a quick side note about parallel universes and how they are fucking horrendous in anime. If anything, I only have seen one anime that handles time travel extremely well, and that is Rin, Daughters of Mnemosyne. But getting back to the topic in hand, parallel universes have been done in the worst possible way in the few anime that I have actually seen. Yosuga no Sora, Yosuga no Sora and Mirai Nikki are some of the worst examples I could give for this. So yeah, now that I am done with this bullshit, we got to the Q&A section of the review. Did I finish watching this? Sadly, yes. Should you watch this?
No.
Does Euphoria offer anything really?
No.
Are you better off watching a different hentai? Yes. And now I am done with that part of the review, and I'm going to give another volume warning. So that's a double volume warning for you, because it's about to get pretty wild. I have a lot of feels that and a lot of things that I just need to get out, so please lower down that volume to at least a 10%, because you have no idea what's about to come. And now, where the fuck do I even begin with all of this bullshit, with this fucking horrendously bad show? How exactly do I even get started? Let me get something out of the way. For the longest time, I thought Yosuga no Sora or Boku no Pico were by far the worst shows I have ever seen. But why did I change my opinion? Why do I now think that this spawn of diarrhea is much worse than Boku no Pico or Yosuga no Sora? If I was to simply compare all of them, they can't fucking compare, because Boku no Pico is a walk in the park compared to this bullshit. So since I cannot compare this fucking dog shit of a show to anything else, I can give at least a little bit of perspective when it comes to Yosuga Sora. I fucking hate Yosuga Sora. So much so that every time I even think about Yosuga Sora, I just get mad. I get sent into one of the most violent frenzies, and I start complaining, and I start talking to my friends, and I piss off my friends as well, because I'm just so fucking angry. Fuck! So, to give you the perspective really, I have here by my side the final sentence of my Yosuga Sora review, which I was working on. I never really should have said this, because now you're probably going to ask me for a review, but it's probably going to take a few months at least. I am paraphrasing here. I will give you the final sentence after I finished watching after I finished reviewing Yosuga Sora. Again, quote, "I wish I had a bottle of bleach and a drill by my side near the end of the final episode, just so I can drink the bleach, drill myself in the fucking head, and proceed to furiously masturbate for an entire hour non-stop, only to finally drown in my own cum and end my suffering." This is how I ended my Yosuga... End quote, by the way. This is how I ended my Yosuga Sora review. And let me tell you right now that Euphoria is so much fucking worse that nothing can really explain any of this shit. To put in context again, I felt so many mixed emotions after watching Yosuga Sora, really. It's the one anime I simply despise. And even so, and fucking yet, there is just so much more with Euphoria. I felt a ton of mixed emotions after finishing Euphoria. But there is not only anger, frustration, and hatred that I felt after finishing Euphoria. There was a lot of sadness and sorrow as well. I felt like I wasted so much of my time watching the worst fucking mental torture video I could possibly find, only to do what? Because of what? What really happens in Euphoria? I will tell you, not a goddamn thing happens in Euphoria. It's fucking shit, and this spawn of fucking dog diarrhea should have never existed to begin with. This is where I draw the line, and I agree with most of the anime haters on one thing. At least some hentai should be illegal. This is horrendous beyond belief, and I have yet to recover from such an experience. I felt so bad that nothing really can explain why, and why I'm screaming right now. On second thought, you probably should watch the first part of the review instead of this one, because I feel so disoriented right now. I feel fucking terrible, man. You should... do you understand? Have a good day. Goodbye. No. You thought I was done, eh? No, I'm not done. No. Fuck this anime. Whoever the fuck created it. Fuck its directors. Fuck the studio who animated it. Fuck whoever voiced and whoever. Fuck the cast. Fuck the characters in it. Fuck the cast and their family. Fuck everything about this show. Because the worst thing of all of what I have just said prior is that I wasted my time recording live reaction videos for this fucking shit. And I will spare you the pain of watching any more live reactions to Euphoria. Fuck Euphoria, man. I shall never talk about this anime again in my life. And if you stuck with me until the very end of the review, thank you. Oh shit. I want you to realized that I would give this a much worse rating. As far as I'm concerned, this gets a shit out of 10. But clearly this entire show, along with whoever the fuck worked in the production of this, should rest in semen, which is convenient due to, the show's main focus. In the end, my channel and my rating system does not allow me such versatility, but I'm hoping that you understand why I couldn't give. I can't explain. The title, the rating for this show. This is so bad. I should go now. I should go for good. Fuck.